AB-18 Assemblymember Eduardo Garcia.
Good afternoon. So I'll start off by thanking our speaker for tapping us on the shoulder to work on this extremely important issue.
Right.
And when he said, would you like to work on this small piece of legislation, and I kind of unfolded the piece of paper and I saw it was a park bond, my eyes opened up like a child in a candy store, because as a former mayor, I got to work specifically in making sure that we were rehabilitating every single park in the small community of Coachella that maybe none of you have ever heard of. And so when we were able to get that work up and going, I really never thought that I'd be able to connect the dot at the state level and really become, someone who would collaborate with all of these great organizations to lead the effort in improving our parks here for California. So thank you, Speaker Rendon, and all of you who have entrusted in me to lead this charge. Now, let me tell you, in 2015, there was a small park rally on the north steps of the Capitol, and many of you were here, and I want to acknowledge it was, I think, the California Parks and Rec Society, along with many of your organizations, who put on this rally. And I was walking by, probably going to get a sandwich or something, and I got to kind of get a glimpse of who was speaking, and it happened to be Senate Pro Tem Kevin De Leon. And when I noticed that they were talking about parks, I kind of made a U-turn. I said, the sandwich can wait. I want to be part of this conversation. And never expecting Senate Pro Tem De Leon, I kind of got in his eyesight, and it slowly got closer and closer, and eventually he just pulled me up and allowed me to come up in the stage and make a few remarks. And from that point forward, I said to the Pro Tem, I want to work with you on parks issues. I want to be like Batman and Robin here at the Capitol, making sure that we can continue, the efforts that you've taken on with AB-31 and other efforts to ensure California has its parks. Now, I'm not going to say who's Batman and who's Robin, but I will let you kind of figure that one out. Now, here's the deal. In California, our parks are an extremely important component to our economy.
Right.
It is said that about $80 billion make up the outdoor economy that includes all of our state parks, our regional facilities. It's gone up. So 92 billion now. 92 billion. At the same time, making up about 700,000 men and women who work to make sure that our parks are working. And those are you, all of you. So economically, this investment that we are striving to make makes complete sense. And so that's why we want to make sure that the governor hears us. What do we want?
Parks!
When do we want it?
Now!
That's right. And that's why this is important. But bringing it back down to the local communities. Parks are about public safety and intervention for our young people. I spend a lot of time playing soccer, football, baseball in those parks, and I know that it was time well invested, while unfortunately other young people were running in the streets. Parks are about public safety and intervention. Now, in many of our communities, we have some dire health circumstances that are facing our communities. And so we know that parks are about public health and well-being of people as well. We also know that parks are important for communities and families of lower incomes, because it's really a place where they can afford to congregate and have a pleasant afternoon with their families and friends at a very low cost. And we know that it's important to the family component of Californians. But we also know that parks is a place where people get together and can become a center point of civic engagement and participation. We just were in Stockton, in the middle of the neighborhood, at a park where we came together with the community to talk about what their park needs were, and were able to learn far more than what their parks needs were. But it was there at the community park where we got together, and there were young people who wanted to learn more about the process, the civic engagement component. So I'm telling you, parks is not just about the 700,000 people that we employ or the $92 billion economy. Parks are about public safety, public health. They are about family, and they are about making sure that we are also taking care of our environment. So it is a great opportunity for us to let the governor know, again, what do we want?
Parks!
When do we want it?
Now!
Thank you so much for leading the charge. It's been an honor working with you all, and it's exciting to be able to work with our pro tem. Let's get this done this year.